Welcome to Getting a Grip on Things with I am James, the thinking contractor, and Elijah Edwards, the underpaid producer. This is episode number 8, right, Elijah?
Yes.
All right. Today's show, we're going to be talking about weaponizing politics and how it's an absolute problem. If you're tuning in for the very first time, thanks for watching. If you've stuck around and you've
leave a freaking review.
Seriously.
Dang it. Gosh. You guys suck.
I know.
You suck.
Not
And
all of them. We got some really cool people that follow.
You suck things that are phallic in nature.
Stop, dude. We just lost half of our crowd. No. All right, dude. Listen, my problem has it reemerged, and this isn't the only one I've ordered. I went back online and I ordered a lighter that looks like a gun.
You have problems.
It's from China. Look at you can't zoom in on anything, but dude,
gosh.
it's called
Hold on.
Zonglong.
I'm going to go man this camera.
Huh?
What?
Zonglong. You see that? It's Zonglong. Zahonglong. Zehonglong. Am I saying it right? Zahonglong. And so there's something wrong with me, dude. Like, I can't not order stuff from these Chinese ads.
Here, pull out your lighter.
So
pull out your Zonglong.
Okay, look it comes in this cool case. It's got.
Like we're in an unboxing channel now.
I know, dude. And then, it is a lighter. It's a cigarette lighter. However, I do not know how to put the fluid in it because everything is in Chinese and they don't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Look at this one over here. I mean, it kind of does. There's pictures, but dude, it just doesn't. I've tried, and I know I got to get something, but I can't get it. One day I'll get it working. But here's the thing. We're talking about weaponizing politics. It's working because of mainstream media. I know of elderly people that have addictions to those. You ever QVC? I know people.
My grandma.
Oh no. This is gonna strike a chord with a lot of people, dude.
My grandma was handicapped. Mm-hmm. Okay, like she couldn't really walk.
That's not funny.
Yeah, she's paraplegic.
Right, but she could order on QVC.
Oh man, she would sit up there in her motorized mattress.
Yep.
And she had this TV, like one of the big box TVs with speakers on the side, and the QVC channel all day long.
Oh my gosh.
Like when we would spend the night there, and we'd go over there at night, or we'd wake her up in the morning or whatever.
Right.
On the TV was QVC stuff. And I was like, how does that vacuum do that all
Broom shakalaka.
the time?
Have you ever watched that Broom Shakalaka?
Jam, woohoo.
No, Broom Shakalaka.
Broom shakalaka?
Dude, it is the funniest thing I have ever seen. You looking it up?
Yes.
There's
yes, I've seen this.
Okay, so basically it resurrects their whole family back from the dead. It cuts his hand off. So Broom Shakalaka. Dude, the problem is, though, honest to God, the reason why politics are being weaponized is through mainstream media and stuff like that and advertisements. Because do you remember back at QVC, when you and I watch it, we're like, what is this crap? How could anybody watch this?
Well, I was a little kid, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever
Really?
made.
I hate it. I can't even watch 3 seconds of it.
I loved it.
I guess when they have knives on there, I'm like, oh, what is that? A knife?
As a kid, I'm like, that's sweet looking. I need that.
Well, clearly it triggers dopamine in some people, especially the
100%.
elderly.
Yeah.
But they have mass produced that now in social media because I'm scrolling through my, dude,
yeah.
And then this Chinese ad pops up with a cigarette light, or not a cigarette. It's a lighter. It's a torch, and it's a gun. And I'm like, I gotta have that. So I ordered 4 of them. I've got you one too.
What?
I did. I ordered 4 but I can't get them to work.
I'm gonna buy a cigar for our fishing trip that's coming up. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have a cigar, and I'm gonna use my gun lighter.
Nice.
And I'm going to just be smoking a cigar and catching fish at 6 in the morning.
I think the fish
I don't want to smoke a cigar at 6.
I don't think the fish would like. They might. I don't know if you can smoke a cigar and fish. Probably.
Why not?
They're real. Do they? Fish can like smell and taste that stuff.
Do you know how many people smoke cigarettes and fish?
That's true. That's most of Taylor. Taylor, Michigan. That's the whole demographic, cigarettes and fishing poles.
Yes.
But listen, honest to God though.
And worn out ATVs, but
ATVs?
Yeah.
What do you mean? Like
ATVs, like the like 4-wheelers.
Like going down the road?
Yep.
Anthony he knows where all of the secret trails are in Taylor.
Dude, people, like when I was growing up, you'd hear people ripping through the woods, and there was like...
That was Anthony.
You know,
that was Tony, dude. It was just Tony.
The trailer park
him.
was like the next street over. What was the... like, what are those ditches called, like, that you need for parking lots? Like the drainage.
Oh, drainage ditches.
Yeah, the drainage ditches or whatever.
Yeah.
They would just circle those things all day long.
Oh my
They would just like rip it up and turn it into a trail.
Probably with 4-wheelers built in China.
And they probably ordered it off of an Instagram ad.
Right. That's what I do. I'm obsessed. But anyway, so we're going to talk about weaponizing politics. We're going to talk about Oliver Anthony in his song Richmond North of Richmond.
Richmond North of Richmond.
Yes. I actually hadn't really listened to it too much, but there's been some controversy, people coming out about it. But before we go any farther, I want to talk.
You got to talk about Trump.
I do want to talk about Donald Trump got arrested.
Oh,
man.
do you want to say something else?
Oh, yeah, totally random.
Okay.
I am going to see The Devil Wears Prada and Fit for a King with my 15-year-old who's never been to a concert. Do you know anything about those bands?
Barely.
Oh my gosh, dude. So, they are heavy, like death metal. Like it's like you can't even.
So what sparked that?
My 15-year-old, who is super conservative, ultra hardcore Christian, like wants to be in a mosh pit. I don't do that. I told her, I'm like, babe, I got really good seats. She's like, no, Dad, I want to be on the floor.
No.
Yes.
Jim, no.
I got to go with her, though. I mean, it's my
sister.
kid.
My sister used to be like that, and she got knocked out at one of these concerts.
Yeah, I know.
Her phone, gone.
Honestly, if it happens, she might not want to go to these concerts. Maybe that's the wake-up call she needs.
Hiring a couple of people to stand by and just freaking clothesline her.
Dude, what's going to be is I'm going to be standing there like this, and she's going to be like right in front of me, but she desperately wants to go. It's going to be a fun show, dude. It's going to be intense. So if you want to get a sneak peek of what that music sounds like, you're going to, it's not what you think.
I know. It's going to be a lot of interesting people there.
Oh, dude, but I actually like it. Like that's one thing me and my girls do. We go to really heavy metal concerts.
Really?
Yeah, Maggie and we went to the Used and we saw this one band called Don Bracco from UK. They were nuts. It was a good show though. But yeah, I mean, some people do other things with their kids. My kids like heavy metal.
I feel as heavy metal as I'll go is heavy metal. Metal, even if you could consider it, that would be Five Finger Death Punch.
They're awesome, dude.
That's it.
I love Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Those guys rock. We need to get them on our show.
I know Zoltan.
Dude, we need to get them on our show.
I've met all of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You guys.
Zoltan's good friends with my dad.
What the heck, dude? We got to get them on our show because I love their music.
Yeah, well, they're not touring. They're only doing. Their lead singer has a big health problem right now. So
yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, I don't know.
All right, well, let's get into this, man. Weaponizing politics. Oliver Anthony. Trump.
Yep. Don't skip the Trumpster, man.
Sorry, man. Go ahead. You got anything? What do you want to say about this? That doesn't look real, by the way. It looks CGI, doesn't it?
It's the fake mugshots look more real that they made of Trump. Have you seen the fake ones?
No, but
hold on. Fake Trump mugshot. Pull this
dude,
up.
he looks hardcore there. It just doesn't look real.
This is the fake one. Doesn't that look more real?
It does, but it's awful.
Look at.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
They look incredible. This one's pretty funny.
Dude, look at the one in the orange. Look at his chin's all. He doesn't even have a chin. The whale.
Wait, look at that.
It looks like.
That looks like my grandma on Easter.
Oh my god. Dude. Why, dude? It's dumb. Okay, so this garbage, him getting arrested is absolute garbage, dude. It's so dumb. It's so politicized, and we're going to talk about weaponizing politics and the fact that this is a witch hunt. It's so stupid. We're going to, you know what? Let's dive in. Let's do the Ask Tony segment about Oliver Anthony in the song. We're going to pull up the lyrics to that song. We're going to go over that. So here we go. Let's do Ask Tony. Let's just dive right into this.
All right.
Ask Tony. Here we go. Do you know any lyrics to the song that Oliver? Give me two phrases in the song that Oliver Anthony wrote. Rich man from Richmond. Do you know any of it?
I haven't listened to that much where I can quote it.
Right.
But every part of that song is pretty much true and what he's going through.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Anthony.
Mm-hmm.
If given the opportunity, would you join a band with Oliver Anthony? And if so, what instrument would you play?
Man, that's a good question. Man, I don't know.
Think of an instrument that you could play well.
I mean, I could rock the fuck out of some tambourines. I think I can handle that. I could just be on the sidelines, shaking the tambourine, just with a big dumb smile on my face. And
You've got to.
I think I can handle that position.
Dude, listen, we had a bet that you were gonna say skin flute.
Oh my God, James! I would have bet my whole fucking paycheck I was gonna say that. I swear to God. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep it tame.
You're gonna go the high road. Why would you ever go on the high road? You're not a high road kind of guy.
Know.
We don't call you for high road comments. We want your Anthony comments. All right, so. Anthony says he can rock the F out of that tambourine.
Yeah, and he was deep down in his subconscious mind, he was thinking about skin flutes. So
dude, I can't even. The problem is that like I know the source that we're tapping into, and if anybody's watching this show and they're like, I thought these boys were Christians. We are, but Anthony is like, I can't. You don't. I'm trying to get you to understand that there are people out there that he represents. He just says what he's thinking.
It's the best, though.
I know, dude.
People like that are amazing. People that you can't, like a lot of people, and you're like this too. People cannot, like, you cannot be controlled.
No.
And people
like a feral cat
get so frustrated when they can't like control other people or like expect certain things. Like, I just can't work with them. Right. I love it. It feeds me so much because I'm like, this is great because you never know. Everything's going to be different. I don't know. You and I could be fishing on this next trip, and for all I know, you could bring some like firearm that like shoots
fish.
That shoots fish. Yeah. Right? And then you'll just pull it out of your back pocket and be like, I bought this on a Chinese website,
dude,
from the dark web last week.
I'm going searching now.
One of the best things that's ever happened, and I know this is so off topic, is one time I was talking to you. We were having a really serious phone call, and you go, there's this boat I'm looking at. I'm going to stop and pull over and go see if I can buy this boat. And I was like, what? And you're, all right, see ya. And you just hung up the phone. And that is like my favorite kind of thing. So Anthony is like,
he taps into that.
Something just, and he's like, I could play the tambourine.
Yep. Good stuff, dude. So it's perfect, though, this Oliver Anthony song. So do we have the lyrics to this? Because do you have like any clips of this song? If anybody's, this is really making I mean, it's old news kind of now, but this guy's like skyrocketing. The problem is he's not what Republicans, they're trying to use him for his song, but he comes out and says, look, man, I'm not Republican. I'm not, but he goes, I think it's kind of funny that you guys are using this.
Let's watch that video, actually. I'd like to watch that right now.
The one thing that has bothered me is seeing people wrap politics up into this. I'm disappointed to see, like, it's aggravating seeing people on conservative news try to identify with me like I'm one of them. It's aggravating seeing certain musicians and politicians act like we're buddies and act like we're fighting the same struggle here, like that we're trying to present the same message. It was funny seeing my song in the. It was funny seeing it at the presidential debate, because it's like I wrote that song about those people.
Right. And so the left right now is eating that up. They're like, see, he's one of us. And he's not. He's not one of us. He's not one of them. He's not anything. He's a constant. Anthony said it, actually. He's a blue-collar worker that's sick of the garbage.
That's getting effed in the butt by the man.
Yep, totally. And so if anything, the new conservatives, the new Republicans that are coming out, we don't identify with old school Republicans. Old school Republicans are, this isn't the party that my family once loved. And I'm like,
there's no more yacht club on Tuesdays.
The people that are saying that
I need to bedazzle my tie. Polish my shoes, Jeremy.
Yep. No, they're dead serious, but it's worse than that. They're all globalists. Old school Republicans love this globalization of everything.
Anybody, and this is going to be a big statement, and I don't care what you think about it. This is what I think. Anybody that gets into politics is corrupt. That's gonna be a good reel. It is true. Look at anybody who's success. I guess I shouldn't say anybody who gets into it, but anybody who is like successful.
Yeah,
there's some level of corruption.
Well, let's be honest, dude. You cannot be a successful politician if you don't give in.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
You have to give in.
Like, where is your line? Where is your line? It's like when people, and we were kind of talking about this earlier, like whether things are in God's will for you or not.
Yeah.
I feel like people kind of slowly give that up as opportunities arise. And they're like, oh, I could make more money.
Yep.
Oh, I could have power and influence over these people. You know, and I think that kind of just slowly take that line that they've drawn in the sand for them, and they bring it back, and they keep bringing it back.
Yep.
Or you're just somebody who is totally crazy and is like weaponizing that against other people.
Yeah. Politics is weaponized, and when we pointed that out with the DeSantis thing, at one point he was, pro-vax, and then at the next point he wants to sue them. So I mean, you flip-flop and flounder. That is a true sign of a politician. And now, don't get me wrong, people can become educated. You can learn something new and change your mind. But politicians don't. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. How many? You don't ever hear.
Please prepare my Jello sundae.
Dude, they suck.
Politicians suck, and that's kind of like in the song. I mean,
let's see you got the words? Do you have the lyrics?
Yeah, I've got them pulled up, and I'll just bring it here for us. So the first line is, I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay. So I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home, and drown my troubles away.
Wow. That's
a deep line.
Yeah, dude. I can identify with that. I understand that.
Yeah, and he said, because he got offered an $8 million deal.
Yeah.
He was offered that, and he turned it down. He's turned down every deal that's come up to him from record labels and everything, because he said, I wrote these songs to help me with my mental health problems.
Wow.
And basically he said, if I take these deals, I'm going against why I wrote them in the first place. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to just continue where I've been, and that was his reasoning.
Do you have, can you go back to the lyrics? It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me and people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is. So he talks about the rich men from the rich men north of Richmond, which is at the Capitol.
Directly in the Capitol.
Yeah, not just one party. But there was one thing that I couldn't understand, and I said this earlier. He goes, I wish politicians would look out for minors and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord, we got folks in the street, ain't got nothing to eat. And the obese milk and welfare. That is a controversial topic.
Yeah.
And I think that's where the Republicans latched onto that, right?
And that was one of our first episodes.
Yeah. With Ricky. Don't even stop. Go back to the lyrics. The whale. Go back to the lyrics. Please, I'm begging you. Stop. Dude, we cannot. I have the stamp.
Hold on. Oh yeah, show the stamp. Oh, he's freaking beautiful.
He is. The whale. Rest in peace.
Anyways, you went back to the lyrics.
Yeah, so this is what he goes, God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. I couldn't understand that.
You didn't know that's what he said?
No, I'd never read the lyrics till just now. This is the first time I was like, what's he saying here? Ain't got nothing to eat, milk and welfare. If you're 5'3", 300 pounds, taxes ought to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground because all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Okay, so that is the one line that I couldn't understand, and it makes sense. I thought he was confusing with me about the obese milk and welfare. He's saying all these hardworking people, they're not skinny and lean because they work out. We're working our butts off to make a living while we're feeding people that have the freedom to sit on their couch and stuff their faces, and they're on welfare. They have crippled themselves. Yeah. And so I think that's a valid point, and I think that's what he's missing, that the conservatives are doing that the left is not, the liberals aren't. The liberals are saying that that's beautiful, and we've talked about this.
All right, listen, I need to say this because what he's saying, if you believe in welfare, it's good for you. I believe in welfare, you know? I believe in welfare to a certain extent, and I think that it's abused completely.
I believe in charity.
There you go, yeah. But I think that if something's wrong with someone, right, like they are in a horrible accident or just disabled, they aren't able to contribute to society in a way that...
And there are people out there that can't.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. It's not their fault.
Yeah, through municipalities we can get
It is totally fine for those people to be helped out by the government. My problem is that $1.2 trillion each year minimum is what goes toward welfare.
Right.
Just welfare. What?
So
that's crazy.
Here's the balance to that, and this is what's nuts. We, in our country, we have so much money, such an excess of money and wealth, that our poorest people are wealthier than the poor or some people living normally in third world countries. A lot of the world still does not have shoes. The internet doesn't go everywhere. We have it so exorbitantly well here that even our poorest of poor are still doing better than other people in countries. So what I think he's saying, though, is that with these guys, with the people working, we are working our butts off to maintain a lifestyle that is what we would call normal, right? We can't keep up with inflation. We can't keep up with gas. We can't keep up. And it's all from these assholes that are running politics.
Yeah, and he even mentions, and we got to wrap this up.
Yeah.
He kind of mentioned how they were watching his video during, or referencing it during this debate. And he's like, I'm talking about these people, and they're acting like they're my buddies.
Yep.
They're not.
No.
And they're...
A lot of the problems we have right now.
They're weaponizing politics.
Yep.
That's all it is. And that's kind of his song, is just pointing that out.
Yeah.
The obvious. What we're all thinking, but...
Not all of us, dude.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah,
I want to interject this. This is the problem. The left, or the Democrat, is saying that the Republicans and the conservatives are weaponizing politics. And then the conservatives are saying that the left is weaponizing. They're both doing it. They're both weaponizing but right now, with Trump getting arrested, they are doing things that are unprecedented right now. And this is a globalist communist move. Okay. So right now,
people will think you're crazy for saying that.
I don't care. It's absolutely right in our faces. So let's end this with this. There's a young man by the name of Isaac A. Thomas. He's on Facebook. He's from Michigan. He went to the J6 thing. He's getting, he's basically lost his bail. He's getting locked up. I've seen this young man in the Republican circles. Let's listen to what he has to say. He's going to be locked up. So
and
this
is how we're ending the show.
Yep. So. Find his Facebook.
Hey guys,
support
so if you're watching this video, that means that my bond has been revoked and that I am currently in the DC jail being booked for my January 6th case. I felt the need to make this video to let everyone know that I am innocent. I did not do what they are accusing me of doing. On January 6th, I went there to be peaceful and to protest peacefully about the things that I experienced in the system. I got emancipated at 16 and I have been fighting every day since to beat the system and to make sure that I do not become another statistic. I ask for you guys' prayers, please. It's very rough in there for many of the J6ers. They are torturing them. They are political prisoners. They are hostages being held against their will at the hands of the tyrannical Biden regime. So please pray, not just for myself.
So pray for Isaac, you guys. You can go to his Facebook page. It's Isaac A. Thomas. You'll recognize him. I don't know a ton about him, but I know that here in the state of Michigan, we have a lot of people that are being indicted right now. One of them, Michonne Maddock, I've reached out to her. I'd like to have her come on our show.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to her soon, hopefully. But there's a whole list of people that are being indicted like Trump, and this is awful. They have weaponized our Constitution against us. They have weaponized our Department of Justice. They're weaponizing everything. Our healthcare department. They're weaponizing our driving ability, our roads. Everything that their fingers, these politicians are involved in, they are weaponizing it against we the people.
Anything they can use to make money and have control.
Yep. It's messed up, man. Real quick, we're going to end on this. I have a clip of the definition of what weaponizing means, and I thought it was pretty good, and we'll end with this, and I'll read it. What is an example of weaponizing? To use something in order to deliberately inflict harm on people is to weaponize it. If you start pelting your brother with grapes, he might accuse you of weaponizing your fruit salad. When a group or government weaponizes something, they take an ordinary object and they turn it into a weapon. So we're going to end with that. They have taken our ordinary, everyday lives, our freedoms,
and they found a way to weaponize it against us.
Yes, and we need to push back, people. I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, right, left, middle, it does not matter. We live in the greatest country on the planet. We have formed documents around the idea that we were all free and created equally. So with that, thanks for watching.